Okay, we're back. Thanks for waiting. Anyway, let's get back to doing the guides. We covered both hack and slash. Keep in mind, these guides are mostly to help new players get used to the characters they're going to be playing, know the ins and outs of their move list, what you should expect with it. Oh yeah, there is one thing I forgot to mention with slash, but I'll put that in the description for later. It's basically this OTG attack where he just jumps on the enemy. You do need to be at least one plane above the enemy's sprite, and then wait a second, and then perform the attack. So anyway, we're going to go over and cover Kazan next for our the third character we're going to be covering. Now, Kazan is pretty unique because he's basically the best boss killer in the entire game thanks to his special. But the downside is that Kazan is very, very weak. I mean, his damage is not very good unless he's using his sword or doing high anger mode. But overall, Kazan's arguably the fastest in terms of walk speed and running. As you can see, he runs pretty fast. Not bad for a modernized ninja. He also has a triple jump, which can be canceled from one direction to the next, but you won't be able to attack when you, well, never mind. As long as you don't do an attack on one of those jumps, you'll be able to perform that at the end of it. But anyway, Kazan is pretty unique because of his fast running speed. You can also use his triple jumps to avoid attacks and whatnot. But anyway, let's go over the basic combo with him, which is right. Aside from hack, Kazan has a consistent chain attack, so he doesn't have the problems that Slash, Windy, and Lord J do. This is his neutral grab. He can hit enemies up to 3 times. This is his back throw, doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. And this is his forward throw, like forward and wide, doesn't even do a whole lot of damage. We'd like to show the slide damage a bit. So as you can see, the slide doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. But it's pretty fast. And you can chain off of that too. And this is his OTG. You can perform that when your character's above the opponent's feet when they're knocked down. And this is his jump attack. Probably one of his, arguably his best damaging tools. Apparently, like I said before, anything involving his sword, he's going to deal a whole lot of damage. And I was able to get the OTG, which is not bad. So basically, that's pretty much Kazan in a nutshell. This is his special. This is the trick that we use to perform boss killing strats for this game. Now, if I can get some of these enemies to damage me, I want to show what happens when you have Kazan in angry mode. Just to show you what happens. So basically, when he's in angry mode, his back throw becomes launches the enemy from downtown, pretty much. Now, Kazan does have a forward throw we can use in level 3, but the problem is it's not very reliable, since it definitely does require some time. But you can definitely set up some tricks to get everything set up. But basically what we do with the special when we fight enemies is that we usually corner the enemy, and then we perform this special multiple times until the enemy's defeated. Because you can definitely land multiple hits with this move and basically get like tons of damage. Basically, Kazan's biggest damage dealing techniques are going to be his jump attack, which is his sword. You can also do his OTG, but it definitely does require a setup, and you have to be right above the opponent's sprite when you do that. But overall, Kazan's damage output is just one of the major issues that we have with playing this game. But don't let that stop you if you want to do a speedrun with the character. Because Kazan's actually one of the more better characters for finish off bosses. The real problem is, though, you just can't get as much damage as you can get out of it, unfortunately. even with that sword damage, you don't really get a whole lot out of that chain attack damage. But overall, that's Kazan in a nutshell, and he's pretty easy to use. Now, like I said before, a lot of the characters do have dumbing out moves that can be activated in versus mode. They just don't work in main gameplay, which is kind of unfortunate, given the fact that Kazan does have a trick that he can use to reverse the room if it was the ninja trick room, but he can't do that. He does have the ability to fire shurikens, but those deal like virtually no damage at all, which is kind of bad. I mean, it looked like Jellicoe wanted to add more moves to the characters. They just ran out of time or just didn't have the time to implement them. Anyway, that's Kazan's move list in a nutshell. So I'm going to take a small break, rest my throat for a bit, and then we're going to start with Wendy next.